Taurus, have you ever noticed how different people are when you're around them? How they calm down, feel more secure, more centered? Have you ever noticed that when you decide something is going to happen, it somehow always happens, even if it takes a while? Have you ever wondered why, even when everything around you is falling apart, you manage to maintain a calm that amazes even yourself? It's no coincidence. You carry within you a kind of power that most people don't even know exists. For years, you've probably heard the same descriptions of your sign: stubborn, slow, materialistic, lazy. But what lies behind these superficial labels is one of the most profound and transformative powers in the entire zodiac. A power so subtle and natural to you that you may never have realized how extraordinary it really is. Today, I'm going to reveal the 7 secrets about Taurus's power that only a small percentage of people know about. Secrets that will completely change your perception of who you are and what you're capable of. These aren't secrets you'll find in any ordinary astrology book. They're revelations that come when you take a closer look at how the universe works and realize that Taurus occupies a unique and privileged position in this system. Each secret I share will open up a new layer of understanding about your true potential. And by the end, you'll understand why certain things have always worked differently for you, why you've always instinctively known how to navigate situations that leave others lost, and most importantly, why you have such a profound impact on the reality around you. Are you ready to discover that what you thought were your limitations are actually your greatest superpowers? The first secret about Taurus power is something that even you don't fully realize. You are a natural materializer. I'm not just talking about achieving material things, although you have a natural ability to do that as well. I'm talking about your unique ability to transform abstract ideas into concrete reality. While other signs live in the world of possibilities and dreams, you have the gift of taking those possibilities and literally building them in the physical world. This is because you carry a special connection to the energy of the earth. You vibrate at the same frequency as the creative force that builds mountains, makes plants grow, and allows life to manifest in tangible forms. When you decide you want something, you don't just wish it. You become a channel for that thing to manifest. It's as if the universe recognizes you as a trusted partner in bringing its creations into physical reality. That's why people often say that you're down to earth. They unconsciously sense that you have access to a kind of power that can turn dreams into concrete facts. When you're involved in a project, people know that it has a much better chance of succeeding. It's not luck, it's not coincidence. It's your natural power of materialization at work. Have you ever noticed how things tend to work themselves out when you apply your persistent energy to them? How problems that seemed impossible find practical solutions through your patient and determined approach? The second secret is even more impressive. You are a human energy anchor. This means that your mere presence has the power to stabilize environments and people who are out of balance. You do this without even thinking. It is an automatic function of your being. When you enter a room where there is tension, conflict, or chaos, your energy naturally begins to harmonize the environment. People feel calmer, more centered, and more able to think clearly. This power comes from your deep connection to the stability of the earth. You radiate the same energy that holds the continents in place, that keeps the seasons repeating in reliable cycles, that allows life to develop in natural and sustainable rhythms. That is why people in crisis are naturally drawn to you. They feel that in your presence they can find the balance they have lost. But here's what's really remarkable. You don't absorb other people's chaos. You transform it. While other signs might feel drained when they're around unbalanced people, you automatically convert that chaotic energy into something more harmonious. It's like you're a natural energy purifier. Have you ever noticed how agitated or anxious people feel calmer after spending time with you? How confusing situations become clearer when you're around? That's your grounding power in action. The third secret about your power is something that will surprise you. You have an earth magnetism that works like a magnet for abundance and opportunities. It's not just that you work hard, and that's why you get good things. It's that you emit a specific frequency that attracts resources, people, and situations that can enrich your life in tangible ways. This frequency is the same one that attracts precious minerals to certain places on Earth, that makes certain regions naturally more fertile, that concentrates wealth in specific points on the planet. You are like a walking point of abundance. That is why, even when your financial situation is not ideal, you have a natural ability to find practical solutions, to discover opportunities that others do not see, to form partnerships that benefit everyone involved. But the interesting thing is that this magnetism doesn't just work for you. When you settle down somewhere, that place tends to prosper. When you get involved in a project, it tends to attract more resources. When you interact with people, they often experience improvements in their own material situations. It's as if you are a catalyst for prosperity. Have you ever noticed that places where you've spent a lot of time have tended to improve? That people who have spent time with you have often experienced progress in their lives? This is your earth magnetism working through you. The fourth secret is about something that people mistake for stubbornness, but is actually one of your most incredible superpowers. Your resilience turns into unstoppable strength. When you encounter obstacles, instead of breaking down or giving up, you absorb the pressure and convert it into even greater determination. It's like you're made of the same stuff as diamonds. The more pressure you take, the stronger and more valuable you become. This power comes from your connection to the energy of solid rock. Rocks do not fight storms, earthquakes, or erosion. They endure, persist, slowly adapt, and eventually shape the environment around them. You do the same thing with life's challenges. Where others see impossibilities, you see only temporary obstacles that can be overcome with consistent persistence. What makes this power so extraordinary is that it doesn't depend on external or emotional motivation. Other signs may have bursts of energy and determination, but you have something much rarer: constant, unwavering resilience. You can maintain the same level of focused effort for months or years until reality rearranges itself according to your will. It's as if you have access to an infinite source of practical energy. When you decide something is going to happen, the universe knows you won't stop until it happens. And this certainty from the cosmos about your persistence makes things fall into place more easily for you than for others. The fifth secret is about an ability you have that most people wish they had. You are naturally in sync with universal cycles and rhythms. This gives you perfect timing for important actions. You instinctively know when it is time to plant and when it is time to harvest, when it is time to act and when it is time to wait, when it is time to expand and when it is time to consolidate. This synchronization comes from your deep connection with the rhythms of the earth. You feel the seasons, the tides, the lunar cycles, and the planetary movements in your own body and in your intuition. Because of this, your important decisions tend to be made at the most favorable times, even when you don't consciously plan the timing. You simply feel when the time is right. This gives you a huge advantage in life because you don't waste energy fighting natural currents. You flow with them and use them to your advantage. When you launch a project, it tends to be at a time when conditions are most favorable for success. When you make important changes, you often find that you have chosen exactly the right timing. People may think you're lucky, but in fact, you have something much better: instinctive wisdom about the rhythms of life. Have you ever noticed how your important decisions, even when they seem risky at the time, turn out to be perfectly timed? How you often avoid problems simply because you didn't feel like the right time to do something. The sixth secret of your power is perhaps the most impressive of all. You have the ability to transform pressure into diamond on a personal level. Just as ordinary carbon turns into the most precious substance on Earth when subjected to extreme conditions of pressure and temperature, You have the unique ability to transform the most difficult moments in your life into your greatest sources of strength and wisdom. This is a form of personal alchemy that few have mastered. While others may be broken by intense situations, you have the natural ability to use those same situations as raw material to create more resilient and valuable versions of yourself. Each major challenge you face doesn't just make you stronger, it transforms you into something qualitatively different and more powerful. What makes this possible is your connection to the transformative energy of the Earth. Just as the planet converts tectonic pressure into mountains, volcanoes into islands, and time into majestic canyons, you convert emotional, psychological, and circumstantial pressure into extraordinary personal characteristics. Patience that others envy, wisdom that impresses older people, inner strength that inspires those around you. That's why you often emerge from difficult times not only intact, but better than before. Clearer about your values, more confident in your abilities, more attractive to higher quality opportunities. It's as if each crisis is a chance for the universe to elevate you to a higher level of existence. Can you look back and see how the most challenging moments in your life ended up being exactly what you needed to become who you are today? How each pressure transformed you into something more valuable. The seventh and final secret is about your most subtle, but perhaps most influential power. You create realities through your physical presence. I'm not just talking about personal influence or charisma. I'm talking about the literal ability to change the energetic quality of spaces and situations simply by being present in them. This happens because you carry the energy of physical manifestation in every cell of your body. You are like a walking generator of tangible reality. Wherever you place your attention for long enough, wherever you direct your consistent presence, reality becomes more solid, more real, more manifest. This is why projects in which you are deeply involved tend to have more substance and durability. This is why relationships in which you invest your full presence become more stable and meaningful. This power works on multiple levels. On a physical level, you literally change the atmosphere of the environments you spend time in on a regular basis. These places become more welcoming, more stable, and more conducive to good things happening. On an emotional level, relationships where you invest your constant presence become deeper and more lasting. On a material level, situations where you apply your focused attention tend to produce more concrete and sustainable results. That's why you have such a profound impact on people's lives, even when you're not trying to impress or influence anyone. Your simple, consistent, and genuine presence acts as a catalyst for others to become more real, more authentic, more grounded too. You teach by example that it's possible to live solidly and substantively in a world that often seems full of superficiality and instability. Have you ever noticed how people who spend time with you on a regular basis tend to become more centered, more practical, more capable of turning dreams into reality? That's your reality-creating power in action. Now that you know these 7 secrets about your power, can you see why Taurus is considered one of the most powerful signs of the zodiac? It's not a dramatic or flashy power like some other signs possess. It's a deep, sustainable, transformative power. It's the power to create lasting change, to build solid foundations, to transform the world in concrete and tangible ways. Each of these powers works best when you are aligned with your authentic Taurian nature. When you stop trying to be fast like other signs and embrace your natural rhythm. When you stop apologizing for your need for stability and recognize that this need is actually a connection to fundamental cosmic forces. When you stop seeing your stubbornness as a flaw and recognize it as the persistence that moves mountains. What impresses me most about these powers is that they complement each other perfectly. Your ability to materialize works in conjunction with your magnetism for abundance. Your function as an energetic anchor combines with your ability to create reality through presence. Your resilience that transforms into strength works in harmony with your personal alchemy. and your natural timing ensures that all of these powers are applied at the most effective moments. Together, these 7 secrets reveal why you have such a profound influence on the world around you, even when you're not consciously trying to exert power over anything. You don't have to force things to happen. You simply have to apply your Taurian nature consistently, and reality will naturally rearrange itself to accommodate your intentions and visions. This also explains why you often feel different from other people, as if you operate on a slightly different frequency. It's because you do. You are attuned to telluric and cosmic forces that most people don't even realize exist. You are like a natural intermediary between the world of ideas and the world of physical manifestation. Understanding these secrets isn't just fun, it's transformative. When you consciously recognize your natural powers, you can begin to use them in more targeted and effective ways. Instead of feeling frustrated when things don't happen at the pace others expect, you can trust your natural timing and use your persistence as a strategic strength. Instead of feeling weighed down or slow, you can recognize that you're operating with the force of cosmic gravity on your side. And perhaps most importantly, you can stop trying to be something you're not. You don't need to be faster, more impulsive, more dramatic. You need to be more Taurian, more connected to your inner earth, more confident in your ability to transform pressure into power, more aware of your natural role as a creator of stability and abundance in the world. When you fully embrace these aspects of your nature, something magical happens. You become irresistible, not in a superficial or manipulative way, but in an authentic and powerful way. People are naturally drawn to the stability, abundance, and groundedness you offer. Opportunities arise because the universe recognizes in you a trustworthy partner for manifesting important things. Taurian power is the power of sustainable creation. It is the power to build things that last, to nurture true growth, to be a force for positive stabilization in the world. In a time when everything changes rapidly and few things have real substance, your kind of power is more needed and valuable than ever. These 7 secrets I've shared with you are just the beginning. Each of them can be developed and refined through conscious practice. The more you recognize and honor your natural powers, the more they will expand and become available to create positive change in your life and the lives of those around you. The next time someone tries to make you feel like you're too slow, too persistent, too focused on practical things, remember these secrets. Remember that you carry within you powers that most people don't even know exist. That the way you are and operate in the world is not only valid, it's extraordinary and necessary. If this revelation about your powers resonated deeply with you, share in the comments which of the 7 secrets impressed you the most. Tell us about times when you noticed these powers at work in your life, even if you didn't know what to call them at the time. Your experiences will inspire other Taurians to recognize and embrace their own extraordinary powers. Subscribe to the channel to continue discovering hidden and powerful aspects of your Taurian nature. These 7 secrets are just the gateway to a much deeper understanding of what you are capable of when you are fully aligned with your authentic essence. Remember, you are not just powerful by chance, you are powerful by cosmic design. These powers were given to you because the universe knew you would be able to use them responsibly and beneficially. Now that you know the secrets, the question is, how will you use them to create the extraordinary life that was always possible for you?